Hey there, I'm Alex with AVADirect, and welcome to this week's episode of AVARigs. On this episode, we're going to be taking a look at a workstation PC that has an Intel Core i7-9700K and an NVIDIA RTX Quadro 5000. But before we get too deep into the build, roll the intro. We made a choice to feature this PC because it gives us the chance to showcase parts that are more tailored for the professional. This build holds the NVIDIA RTX Quadro 5000. The nice thing about these cards is that it has the same ray tracing and deep learning that the NVIDIA gaming cards have. The differences there, though, are that this card has 16 gigabytes of VRAM as opposed to the 11 gigabytes of VRAM that the RTX 2080 Ti has, as well as an additional display port for the extra monitors that you'll likely be using for editing. The firmware used in workstation graphic cards differ from gaming graphic cards because they place a higher emphasis on accuracy rather than speed and performance that the gaming cards have. The Intel Core i7-9700K is often looked at as a high-end gaming processor, which, judging solely on its ability to play games, isn't wrong, but it's also not to be overlooked as a workstation processor. It has 8 cores and 8 threads, which is an upgrade over the previous iteration's 6, which helps with multitasking and the heavy demands of editing. Moving on to the CPU. The 9700K is often looked at as a high-end gaming processor, which, judging solely on its ability to be a gaming processor, isn't wrong, but it's also not to be overlooked as a workstation processor. It has 8 cores and 8 threads, which is an upgrade over the previous generation's 6 without having to splurge the extra money on the i9. The one in this build is overclocked, but it comes out of the box at 3.6 gigahertz, which can be turbo boosted to 4.9. That alone handles rendering well, but with the overclock, it's really set up to muscle through those heavy workloads. There are 64 gigabytes of HyperX RAM clocked at 3200 megahertz. It has a pair of 1 terabyte Samsung 907 Evo Plus M.2 SSDs, which is standard for workstations that need both a scratch storage and main storage for the operating system and apps. It also has an ASUS Strix RAID Pro sound card for better audio engineering. All of this is nestled neatly into the Corsair Obsidian series case atop a TUF Gaming Z390 motherboard. The CPU is being cooled by a Corsair Hydro H115i 280mm all-in-one liquid cooling system. Be sure to hit like and subscribe to all our videos on YouTube, and don't forget to find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch at AVADirect.